In our institute, we have had more than 3,300 students of the Arabic language whose first language is the English language. And because you guys always translate in your mind from English to Arabic, you always make this mistake. Now watch me correct one of our students at the institute, and me just getting frustrated at correcting this mistake.
أولا again يا يونس you saying هو سيتكلم
And all of you guys have made this mistake at one point.
يعمل يوميا هذا لا نحتاج إليه لا تقول وهو في مكتب كبير حيث هو يعمل يوميا. This is the problem with literal translation. If you say, you see, if you translate in English, you would say, and he is in a maktab, in a big maktab, where he works yawmiyan, right? But in Arabic, you don't use huwa in this way. تقول وهو في مكتب كبير حيث يعمل يوميا. Why is that? Because يعمل already carries, this ya here already carries the meaning of he. So if I say يعمل, I'm saying he works. If I say تعمل, I'm saying she works. If I say يعملون, I'm saying they work. If I say يعملان, I'm saying both of them work. So the verb itself, depending on what comes before and after of the verb, because the verb is just عمل, right? Now if you put a ya in front of it, يعمل is he works. If I add a ya in front of it and a waw and a nun at the end, يعملون, I'm saying they work. So this is how Arabic simplifies using pronouns. So you don't need to say huwa ya'mal, because you're saying he works. Now hopefully that makes sense. Now this would be correct if it's a jumla ismiya. If you're saying huwa ya'mal and it's the beginning of the sentence, then that's fine to say. But not to say, if you already mentioned who you're talking about, now you're saying ara shakhs. Okay, so we already know we're talking about this person. Ara shakhs. Okay, وهو في مكتب كبير حيث يعمل يوميا. We already know who you're talking about. So you don't need to say huwa again. Okay, so here again, you see? Same problem. I'm actually going to add a new improvement on this, Ya Yunus, until you master this. Now, mistakes like this, if they are repeated and they are not fixed on a long term, it makes the student less efficient in his speech, sounds more robotic, sounds more foreign per se. So under this institute, we have, after we correct the student's assessment, we have the option to add an improvement for the student, where if I add the improvement, he can then see it on his own profile. Now, as you can see here, the student on his own profile, he can see basically the improvement that a teacher told him to improve on. So on his own time, he can come to his own account in a place called MySpace and check these improvement that he has been told to improve on from a teacher.